Like I'm one of your 4 co-hosts along here with
Andrew Dewitt. Oh,
and
hey everybody, it's Ryan O'Neal. You're listening to Boner City, USA.
and the 4th member of our team.
This is the mayor of Boner City, the Danish. Read my lips. No new taxes.
That doesn't even. Why would you do that?
Do mayors do taxes?
You mentioned mayor
No.
like 3rd episode, and then you've just
Well,
like
I've run with it. I've really run with it.
Dan, before we continue, Dan, can you go ahead and check and make sure that we're on?
yeah,
That
we're
this
recording.
recorder's actually
Yes,
on?
it's-
Because there was a major
one
fuck-up.
time.
Wow,
one
he's
time,
really
like 3 episodes
he's
ago.
calling
And
out
we had
Dan's
to-
authority.
Okay,
It was
fine.
gold.
How much of this do you set up, Ryan, before the podcast happens?
I set up the
0%.
majority of it.
0%.
Who here would say the majority?
Let's change subjects and mention the shirt that Ryan's wearing. Ryan is wearing one of our Boner
Go ahead
City
and take a
USA
picture.
T-shirts.
Tweet it out, Dan.
Okay, better yet, one of our fans got one of our first T-shirts, a guy named Quentin, and he sent us a picture posted on Facebook last week, and it was up on our page, up on our Twitter, so that was very exciting. We have Boner City USA shirts now, and they're awesome.
Tarantino?
What?
Quentin Tarantino?
No.
That was a
That's
sweet
fan.
pick. Thank you, Quentin.
That was awesome.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
dude,
the
that's
pic.
dope.
Well, you got to get on there,
gotta
dude.
Look on the thing.
Can you bring it up on
No,
the
we're not
computer?
gonna do that right
I
now.
want to see what
If
Quentin's
you
all
haven't
about.
already, be sure to subscribe to us. I got 2 good announcement after this. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Go to iTunes, type in DoorExplosion.com because we're on Door Explosion's channel, and give us a 5-star rating and a review. It would really help us out. Dude, I found out this week there's other. This is so shitty because I was like, oh, we'll give out a prize or something. If people give reviews, I'm like, oh, that might get too weird or too expensive or whatever. There's a couple like well-known podcasts where guys are encouraging their fans to go give a 5-star review and then write a review of anything on their channel, like a review of an album or a book or like a fucking thing they bought on Amazon, just to fill up the reviews so they can move up higher on the iTunes rating.
Oh,
which is a fucking great idea.
God.
But
I want to
So if
address.
anybody's listening right now,
go to
ahead.
Amazon, type in sex toy, write a review of your favorite.
Or
sex
if you have
toy.
a homework assignment and you want to just go ahead and write it out in the review section of the iTunes, that'll work as well.
I want to know who 2-starred us.
Geography favorite, yeah. But we have all like 5 stars and 1 4-star rating. And somebody give a 2-star in Danish is not letting
I'm
that
not
go.
happy about
I
it.
think maybe,
Makes me sick to
what
my
if it was
stomach
my
thinking about
parents?
it.
It could be your parents.
They got really upset.
Oh,
I think
hey,
they would know. You would know. They would call you.
Hey, since we're still in December, by the way, I want to mention something. This is the cool thing. This is if you made it to the first
It was a
3 minutes of this podcast. This is the cool thing. Since we're getting T-shirts made, we're selling them on our website. We'd be more than happy for you to buy one at shopdoorexplosion.com. But if you're going to go to a concert or somewhere with a lot of people, if you want to go to that concert and wear our shirt, we will send you a free shirt. Email us at info@doorexplosion.com
Yes.
and tell us what size you are. The shirts are like American Apparel cut, so what size you are in an American Apparel kind of men's T-shirt. And for at least the next few weeks until while supplies last, we'll send you a free T-shirt if you wear it to like a concert or a football game or somewhere where there'll be more than.
What about Dan?
Stop. More than if you're going somewhere with more than like 300 or 500 people, if you wear it there and then send a picture to us, that in
What
the
if
picture,
it's-
shut the fuck up. The picture's like on the honor system.
What
But yeah,
about the mall?
Shut up. No, the mall doesn't.
But what
count.
if they hang out there for like 3 hours
No.
and just sit there with a Boner
No.
City T-shirt?
If you want to send an email and argue that point, go ahead. But email, shut the fuck up, Ryan, and turn your mic off. Email us at info at doorexplosion.com, and we'll send you a T-shirt. We'll do this for the next few weeks until we send out like at least 20 or 30 or 40. So if you're hearing this, email us at info at doorexplosion.com.
He's so mad right now.
It's impossible to get anything done with you, you fucking idiot.
Is my mic on? You know who we should give them to?
All your mics are on.
We should give them to homeless people because there was a show where
Oh,
a guy we knew
Jesus
called
Christ.
Knights of Prosperity. Have you
Oh,
seen the
yeah.
homeless guys? They're walking billboards.
gave 'em out to all of 'em.
They must have printed 1,000 of these shirts.
gave 'em to the
and the show got canceled. And so I think, and I think,
still see 'em.
I think because of that, I see literally one homeless guy a day at least.
Oh!
Of orange Knights of Prosperity.
We all live
shirts.
in Hollywood and Los Angeles. If you go to the Valley, to all the thrift stores in the Valley, you will see all the T-shirts and crew swag from every canceled
Oh,
show in the
really?
last 20 years. Yeah, like I'm trying to think of you can get like a fucking hoodie from Gilmore Girls and shit like that. Like any movie or TV series, especially flops, they just dump it brand new because all the movie studios are mostly in the Valley. A lot
So
of films
can
are
I
shot in
get
Valley.
some animal animal practice
You
shirts.
could get animal practice fanny packs, sweatpants, rollerblades.
And who doesn't want an animal practice fanny pack, dude?
I know I do.
Do you think it has like an orangutan sound effect like built into it when you open it?
No, second season they probably go that heavy on the swag. They probably have some real shitty things.
Dan, I just want to commend you on that call to action. It was beautiful.
You are a fucking dog.
I watched Lincoln. I watched Lincoln last
two
week.
things a month, and you use them against me. You learn what a call to action is, you piece of shit, and then you just come out.
I want to say
that shitty
it was
Eddie Haskell. Oh, hey, I'm really appreciate what you're a cocksucker.
Dan. It was Lincoln-esque. Your delivery of the call to action.
Hey, as long as we're talking like other people, can we put a moratorium on being angry at each other?
Let's make this a happy
Hey,
podcast.
Andrew, no one's got angry at you yet, so just fucking. Eat
There
that.
was anger earlier before we started recording, coming from your side of the room.
I'm going to say right now I feel
You know what
so good, and can I tell you guys why?
I know why.
Because I have a food high.
I knew it.
I don't know
Said
if
in and
you
out.
guys get this or not. But when I eat food, and Dan says this is why I'm fat, but I don't necessarily agree.
I think you
not
could
that.
argue against it.
But when I am done eating, I feel I almost have a religious experience. It feels so good. It feels so good. I can't begin to describe how good it feels to be full of food.
Are there certain kinds of food that get you going more than others?
Anything with
anything
cheese
that
in
fits
it.
in his mouth.
Anything with cheese.
But there's an
in it.
emptiness inside you that you're filling with food.
Yeah,
You should be filling it with your wife's love.
All right, here's a
Well,
little story. When we go, there's a.
that's
There's,
debatable.
I'll stop, Andrew. I'll be on your side and against your side at the same time.
The 1%.
There's
The 1%.
just-
What's to join us?
I fucking
Bottom
hate you.
feeders are.
Who made you with their own bare hands that fucking T-shirt you were wearing, you asshole?
Love it.
You got the very first T-shirt from I stayed up till 3 a.m. printing those fucking things myself.
And
And
this
I
is the
gave it to
second
you.
time I've worn it
You
in a
probably
week.
haven't even washed it. The armpits.
No,
Probably
I did
reek.
wash it. My mom washed it.
You fucking baby.
That's a controversial topic.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
About your
you-
mom? Wait, about your mom doing your
look,
laundry?
Me getting my laundry back from my mom's house is like me smuggling cocaine over the border.
All right. For the background, your parents moved here from the Midwest a
Yeah.
year or two ago. They kind of
No,
retired.
6 months ago.
6 months ago. They're kind of retired, so they moved out here to be closer
Yeah.
to their screenwriter, comedian son.
Well,
your sister who has
My
a
sister
job.
has a
Your sister
baby.
has a job and a kid, so they came to you by the good daughter, and they got the shitty son that lives right down the street from them, right?
yeah, the guy who provides all the entertainment.
It brings
for the
his
family.
laundry over. I'm gonna guess that your father, the great Steve O'Neill, doesn't like you getting your laundry done there. And probably
No, false. But
What?
yesterday, because I couldn't get my laundry, I called him up and go, "Hey, can you sneak me out a pair of underwear and a pair of socks?" And he put on a jacket, and he put them in his pocket, and he walked out the door, and he
Oh.
met me halfway down the block. And he gave me-
Wait, you got in a fight with your mom and she won't get your laundry
No,
back?
False.
my sister doesn't like me doing my laundry at my mom's house. I don't do it all the time, just occasionally. So
What did she
Your
say?
sister
What did she say?
doesn't
to
like
you?
you having your mom do it. Why?
So they've been doing some work
Well, you had
on my
you had to tell why.
You have to tell
she
why.
doesn't
What'd you do, you idiot?
because there's like a water bill that's expensive.
Danis, just tell us what the story is. 'Cause
Well,
he's
his
not
sister pays the utility bills, so they,
Oh,
they
so your
look at
parents,
bills.
your parents retired, moved out here in a
Yeah.
house your sister had bought as an investment, like a house. They live there.
and then to watch the baby. My mom.
So
watches
they've been
the
looking
baby.
at the bills, and then they kind of saw somebody coming in with a laundry basket, and they put two and two in their mind.
How much fucking laundry are you doing it for other people?
Dude, I do my laundry rare, like maybe twice a month.
So
What do you do? Come over and take hot showers?
So, my brother-in-law has been working at the house
So he
during the
spies?
day, like doing some construction.
He keeps an eye on it?
finishing a bathroom that they redid. So I made the
takes a long
mistake.
time, by the way.
I made the mistake of bringing my laundry over one night, and I didn't finish it, so I just left it all there. And then he showed up for the next 2 days, so I couldn't get my laundry. 'Cause I'm gone at night.
Oh, he narcs on you?
No, well, yeah, because he doesn't want me doing it
He's
there
part of the
either.
conspiracy.
He's in cahoots with my sister. So
Can you just give her some money to
that's no
shut her
good,
up?
man.
yeah, I mean, I could.
How much
I
is the
guess.
water bill?
I don't know. I don't think money will settle.
What was the
it.
water bill?
Why don't
Like
they just
200 bucks?
install like a quarter system and make you pay
That's what
like
I
an
was
apartment
thinking.
building?
That's what I wanted to say.
I would
like,
just. I
Here's
would.
what you do. You
No,
send your
we've already
sister an
talked. My mom
envelope-
have already talked about
an
this.
envelope with a bunch of quarters in it, and it says, "Fine, here you go. Don't fuck this up for me."
Wait, what did your mom say when you?
She said, "Well, yeah, maybe just leave him $1.50 every load." I go, "That's
I feel
fine."
Well,
like
that's
you
for the
would
water.
be-
That's not for the electricity of the
I
dryer.
have a washing machine, but I don't have a dryer. And I wait until I have nothing left to wear, and then I'm like, fuck, I need something to wear in the next 2
you underpants
hours.
down the block.
Yeah, so then they were trapped there because he was there all day at night, and I couldn't get him. So then,
couldn't you wake up early for once?
Did you guys have to walk by each other?
He gets there like 8 a.m.
Did you guys have to walk by each other like you didn't know each other, or you did a secret handshake?
Yeah, no, he literally like threw it in the window and just kept walking by, and I took off. And then we devised this plan. So my brother-in-law had to go to the like Home Depot. He said he'd be gone for 15 minutes, and my dad calls me. He goes, "Where are you?" He goes, "I've taken the basket. I've put it in the back seat of the car out on the street, and the street's about a half a block up, or the car's about a half a block up." So he's like, "If you get here now, can you be here within 5 minutes? Our window's closing." So we did the exchange.
Did he use the phrase "our windows closing"?
Yeah, and I finally got my laundry, and I'd been wearing the same underwear for like 2 days straight.
Isn't the water bill, though, going to be the same, which is kind of the evidence?
Yeah, once you're taking on the
It's not about the water bill.
What, does your sister not like you at the house?
Principle.
I don't know.
You get along with your sister.
I know, she's cool. She
I
doesn't
met her,
want me
she's
doing my
fucking nice.
laundry. She doesn't want me
Why?
doing my laundry there. I have no idea.
What? But you're visiting your parents.
I know.
You could be visiting your grand.
I
or
make them dinner,
nephew or whatever
too.
the fuck.
I make them my Penang curry.
Maybe you should do everyone's laundry and just as like
can
a
you
sign
offer
of
to
good
do?
faith.
Penang curry's the bomb, by the
Dude,
way.
you should try my
Jesus.
Penang
Andrew,
curry.
the fucking food
I had
dumps in
sweet
here.
potatoes
Do
in it.
you do it with like the crispy noodles? Do you like
No,
make?
I use brown rice.
Okay.
But I prepare the rice.
If you
Danish,
do
have you
crispy
tried- have you had
noodles
this?
on it and you
No.
pour
He
the
doesn't
Penang
cook for you?
curry over it,
No.
it's fucking awesome,
That's sad.
dude.
I just go with the rice over the noodles.
Yo, so can I tell a laundry story then?
Yeah,
man?
let me finish real quick. There's a with food because this is in your favor.
Okay.
Andrew's food orgasm that he has whenever he eats. There's a restaurant called Hot Wings Cafe on
yeah.
Melrose Boulevard Avenue, what the fuck it is in LA. It's the best wings place in the world, right? It's so good. And we like eating there. And we go there like once every week or two or whatever. Andrew, halfway throughout the meal, every wing, oh God, this is so good. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Oh God, oh God, oh God.
How loud, though? Like if I was in the restaurant, would I hear it?
Like if you were at the table next to us, you'd be like, is that guy going to come on somebody? Like
that
he gets,
loud?
Like,
Oh, it's like an orgasmic.
he's like, and then when he's
Feels
done, he's just
good,
like,
man.
the second to last one, he's like, damn, this shit's so good. God damn it, it's so
There is
good.
nothing I
and then
look
when he's
forward to
done,
more
he
than the
just
last
sits
bite,
there,
dude. The
like,
last fucking
you know,
bite.
back in the
His
old,
wiring
in
is
the
all
old books
fucked
and
up.
movies, like they used to have people in like opium dens, like
Yeah.
just kind of spaced out. He looks like an old Chinaman.
just like
in
hot.
an opium den because he wears that funny little hat too. He looks like a big furry Chinaman, like just like, oh, this is so...
Do you think the employees like you being there because it's like a
The-
live commercial, or do you
dude.
think they're like
They think
embarrassed?
we're great.
The
They
employees
also-
love Andrew.
Do they mic you like a football referee?
No, but there's
Like, here, we're
there's
the-
two different black girls that work that love Andrew and think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And they think he
So
also.
you're loud enough where it's like it becomes a thing.
But,
no,
but
he's just so
Dan,
into it.
Dan took my credit card and I hadn't signed it, and he wrote "I love penis"
like 2 months ago.
on it, like and like
he didn't notice
scraped
for a
it,
month.
just scraped it into there.
He
Right?
didn't notice for a month.
Just fucking
He used it
scraped
all
it
over
into there.
town.
I've been using it everywhere. Right?
And now he wrote
on the
he
card.
Yeah, a month later he covered over the marker.
do you still
can
have the
still
card?
See it.
yeah, I still got
Show it to us.
Okay.
First of all, I think new restaurants should hire
Dude, don't show
DeWitt.
O'Neill's trying to get your card
Yeah,
right now.
do not
dude.
give.
You guys are all like, first of
You
all,
are untrustable. You
Dan,
piece of shit.
can we bring up the fact that I asked you how many listeners we have, and you flipped out on me for like 20 minutes?
Because you do none of the work.
No, because you always
Can
think
I
I'm
talk
up
about
to
you
something.
bitching about your
you
headphones?
always think I'm
The
up to
old
something.
headphones you had until today that you did not pay for, that were perfectly fine, that I wore all the time, and you're saying, oh, the headphones aren't good enough. The headphones aren't good enough. I had gone ahead and bought you new headphones because you did technically have the worst headphones that were
I
fine.
did, we know.
And you're bitching at me for 10 minutes, and then I pulled out of the box, oh, look, a brand new box of fucking Sennheiser fucking headphones.
And how
You're
grateful was
welcome.
I?
I don't really.
But then, I'm talking about earlier.
Bullshit.
I just wanted to know. I like to know how many people were reaching because I get
I think-
excited about that. And you went you went ballistic.
I
on
think-
me.
do none of the fucking
Because you
work.
always think I'm up
Because
to
you want
some
all
sort
the
of a
metrics,
scam.
and you want all the
Time
information,
out.
you do none of the work.
You think I'm up to a scam.
I think Dan and O'Neill should either fight or fuck or both.
No, I'm not gonna. Because
I'm not Crespo, dude.
All right now, boys. All right now. Here's the sheriff of Boner City, and I've had about enough of this
Yeah.
arguing and fighting
The
and
mayor-
fussing and hollering, hooping and
Can
hollering.
I say one last
mayor-
thing?
No, you
Sheriff.
can't say one last thing, and I say one
This
last thing.
ain't
then.
Texas, and I ain't
you boys,
Crespo.
I'm shutting it down.
The mayor and sheriff are on
Yeah,
the
because he
same
has more
page.
hair.
I'm a kid. I Hi-oh!
You don't have to argue at home, but you can't argue here.
Andrew, do your laundry.
I think the 2-star rating is from some of the anger that comes out.
Maybe.
Let's make it fun. Okay, Andrew, tell us that laundry story.
Okay, so in college,
Does this have to do with washing a wizard's robe?
No, it's worse.
Did a wizard appear and give
No.
somebody a penis?
In college, I ate a lot of Taco Bell.
Not you.
And
I don't buy it.
And I sat at my desk in my dorm playing video games.
This
all the
is a
time.
shitting your pants story?
It's semi like that. So anyway, I had an
Anything
accident.
that starts with Taco Bell usually is.
I had a,
sitting and playing video games.
anyway, here I knew I was going to have to take a shit real bad, but I lived on the 3rd floor of my dormitory.
Did it have toilets?
And my roommate also had to take a shit, and we were racing each other up the stairs, but you can't run that
Wait, did you have
fast
no
when you have to
bathroom
take
on
a
your
shit.
floor?
No.
What?
Wait, and how many bathrooms are on another floor?
No. We were at the bottom floor eating.
Oh, like where the common room is.
It
and shit
hit
like
us.
that.
It hit us.
You had to
Got
go.
it.
You have to go up to the 3rd
Yeah,
floor.
we had to go
shit?
up to the 3rd floor to fucking shit, and so we're running up
it
the
co-ed
fucking,
dorm?
Yeah, it was a co-ed dorm.
Oh, so you couldn't if you had to shit on the 2nd, that's the ladies' floor, and there's no way you could do it.
It was co-ed by every other room was like co-ed, which was nice because you could just cruise down the hall and
Look at titties.
Every
Yeah.
other room?
Yeah, every other room.
What the fuck?
So I was running up the stairs, and you can't run that fast when you got to shit. You know what I'm saying? And then we got to the thing, and then I beat him. I beat him into the thing, and then the closer you get to the toilet, the safer your intestines think you are. They're not
Yeah.
if you can see a toilet, it's basically gonna let go. You know what I'm saying? If your eyes can see it. So I was in there, and I was like, "Oh God, it's coming, man! It's coming."
Your penis or your ass?
And then my ass, and then I got onto the toilet. Then when I sat down on the toilet so fast that as soon as I started shitting, my knee popped.
Oh, this is like
You
the story.
broke your knee while you were taking a shit?
This is
He
like
tore
the
his
story.
ACL while shitting.
I was on there, and it hurt so bad.
This is like the story when you tried to tape porn as a youngster and
Yeah.
your knee popped and woke the whole house
My
up.
knee
Your
popped.
goddamn knee has been the cause of a lot
my knee
of
popped
problems.
super bad, and I was hobbling around for another week or so
From
after
taking
that.
a shit?
From taking a shit.
Tell me you told people why you were hobbling.
Yeah, I brought crutches. I brought crutches from
Took
home.
a bad shit, man.
And I was on crutches. I brought crutches
Can you
for myself.
sue?
I
Could
don't
you
think
sue?
so. Anyway,
Who is butthole?
Yeah, your own
Taco
asshole.
Bell.
There's
Taco
a little
Bell
bit-
fucked this guy's knee up.
there's a little bit. My underwear were a little bit dirty, right? I figured I'm gonna handle this later, right? So I balled.
Because you were farting on the way up, and
I
some
fucking-
shit was popping.
I balled them up.
You got a little bit of leakage?
I balled them up. I was like, I'll do laundry tomorrow, right? So I'm getting my.
You just throw those away.
Yeah, I should have done that. That's what I should have done.
You should, but
I
it's
was
Andrew,
a freshman.
so he didn't.
I was a freshman in college. I didn't know
Were
what
they
could
like
happen.
were they like a special pair like Batman?
No, they weren't special. I should have thrown them away. I don't know why I didn't. This is where it goes wrong. So I'm hobbling
Busting
with.
your knee while taking a shit is
So
where-
I'm hobbling with all my fucking laundry because I've waited forever. Now I've got
And you
shitty
busted
pair of
your
underwear,
fucking
right?
knee.
Well, anyway, that pair of dirty underwear falls out right in front of my fucking dorm room on the ground. I don't know that it's falling out.
OJ glove, dude.
Are these your?
I don't know
That's
that
the daddy knows best. These your shitty pair of underwear.
I don't know it's falling out right, and
If
then
the shit don't fit, you gotta quit.
I do all my laundry. I go upstairs or whatever, and then for the next week, people are kicking around this pair of disgusting underwear up and down the hallway. And they're like, whose underwear are these? This is disgusting. And guys are grabbing brooms and stuff and wiggling it in each other's faces. And
Did you
shit
make
like
the
that.
dumb move of one day you go, "Hey, those are mine"?
No.
Did you have your name in them? Your
I
mom
did-
sewed your name in them?
My name was in them,
No.
and I didn't.
Oh, come on.
Yes,
Who
it
does
was.
that?
Idiot!
My name was in them, and I didn't know they were.
Why were
mine.
your name in them? Why
My
were your
mom
name?
wrote my name in all my underwear before I went
college?
off to college.
Because you and your dad are the same size.
This isn't summer camp,
Were you
dude.
Doogie Howser and you were 4 in college? Why did you do that?
Keep in mind that my parents raised me in a very protective atmosphere. This is something that they would do.
You don't know if you're going to lose your
Andrew, let me
underwear.
pull
your pants down. Let me check your underwear. Those are your father's. They say Jimmy on them.
So I didn't realize.
Take those out. Let me take off your underpants right now and get you a pair of your own.
I hadn't even realized that I had my name written into my underwear until like this is. They've been throwing my underwear around the dorm. Like
you
for
had
a
probably been
week.
throwing them around too.
Yeah,
that
I
was the
did.
point, you
Like I
idiot.
thought it was hilarious.
You didn't recognize them?
I didn't recognize them. I was like, well, how someone shit their pants? Like I didn't put it
You
together.
shit your
I didn't
pants.
fucking put
You
it
lost
together.
underwear. Like how the fuck?
And you knew you didn't wash because you don't wash a shitty pair of underwear with regular.
Well, if you do, you probably check them to see if the stain came out too, dude. So
You like wash them separately.
This is the craziest
No, he
story.
wouldn't.
You were like fucking with yourself, but you
didn't
knew all the
realize
facts
it.
of the
You're
story.
not-
Wait. Who had the balls of steel to finally uncrack the shit
Me.
dried underwear and open them up?
You
and see who
solved
they
the
were?
own crime.
I solved it. I pieced it together like Memento. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Shit, man.
I was looking at my underwear and I was like, fuck, my name is in these. My name is in these. And then I was like, oh, fuck, man, I shit my pants. Like, those might be
This
mine.
is as riveting
You know,
as
like-
The Firm. Like when Tom Cruise is like,
he puts all the pieces
yeah,
together.
did you turn on the loud music and tell your roommate those are my underwear? So like nobody in case your room was tapped?
No, so what I did was there was this girl that I thought was super hot. She was out there with her fucking this guy who's
Just
trying
kicking
to,
around your underwear?
They were so hard at that point. They were playing hacky sack in the hallway with them.
They're playing shuffleboard, dude.
There was this guy.
Someone was using it as
she
a
was-
paperweight.
She was this guy who used to rip on me all the time, and he was like trying to hook up with her. Anyway, he's like fucking kicking the underwear around, and she's laughing about how nasty it is, and I know that it's mine at this point, right? So I go.
You had the big memento moment.
So I go out there and I'm like, I got to get rid of these, you know? So I take a broom handle, and while they're kicking it around, I'm like, you know what, guys? We're going to get shit everywhere. That's enough. That's enough. You know?
How long have they had been there at this point?
A week. They've been there like up and down the hall.
Someone else looked at the name on them. Someone else knew the name, dude. I
It took
guarantee
me
you.
a fucking week. It took me a week.
Maybe that guy, that alpha male, wrote your name in there to fuck with you.
No, man, these are
That's
mine.
something I think I would have done. Like, all right, let's open these up. Oh, who it is?
So I take them on the broom.
Did your mom put a mini school picture of you in there in case you forgot who you were? Like, no, it's a picture.
So I
A
fucking
picture of you in your underwear? Oh, it's me. That's stitched in there.
Andrew, if this isn't you, don't put this
I can
on.
see it. Not even a bit. It's like one that was knitted in, like crocheted in.
Only wear these if your name is Andrew and you look like
If
this.
these aren't yours, please return to this address
To this guy, find
with
this
this
guy.
phone number.
So I had to I put them on the end of the broom handle, and I had to walk all the way down the hallway to the fucking trash, right? And I shove it in the trash, and then when I'm walking back, the girl goes, "Those were yours. They were yours. That's why you threw them away. They were yours." And I was like, I just thought like maybe we should
Devastated.
go ahead and throw these away so
Oh
we're not
my
rubbing
gosh.
shit around everywhere.
CSI dude.
You know what, though? I see a vicious cycle here. He was so distraught over this hot chick that he went back to Taco Bell to drown his sorrows, and he shit his pants again.
I think he shit on her.
So then I was super embarrassed about it, and then like
Did you deny it? What was your
I
reaction?
was like, no, those aren't mine.
But
Those
like
aren't,
you were probably bright red.
those aren't mine. But then that dickhead is like, well, someone's name was written in them. He goes into the fucking trash.
Oh, fuck you.
He
That-
goes into the
no.
fucking trash and he sees Andrew written on it.
He so wanted to
And I was
fuck.
fucking-
He so wanted to fuck that girl that he had to go the extra mile.
And literally, I'm so embarrassed at this point. I go in my room.
How do you not fucking
Shit
cry?
his pants.
I would have transferred college.
My roommate's like, well, maybe don't leave your underwear laying around. Like he's like,
That's the lesson you learned?
like, he's like embarrassed for me too. He's red. He's like beat red. He's like beat red.
Did
when
he
I come
ask for a
in.
transfer out of your dorm?
And then like
This kid might shit on me, man.
So I was like, okay, I've got an idea for how to fix this. Like, so
Oh,
there was
no.
this kid named Anthony who fucking had scooped up an entire log of shit into a big gulp cup and left it in the study room.
Why?
Like as a prank.
What? It's hilarious.
What kind of prank is that?
Like some guy's gonna go, hey, someone left a big gulp. Let me chug that.
Where'd you go to college? Sing Sing?
This is in South Carolina. This is University of
Like
South Carolina.
He
Go
went to
Gamecocks.
college as a schizophrenia ward in some mental hospital. The guys
And
are
it's what it
shitting on
It
stuff.
sounds like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I just raped a guy in the showers. How hilarious of a prank is that?
I love it, man.
So the study room.
Oh, I put all these AIDS needles all over the place, so someone's gonna sit on them.
So, like a few months before the study room had been shut down because Anthony had left this fucking.
What? They just closed it down and condemned it?
They locked it.
No more studying.
They locked it.
Oh, this is how you
They locked it and they left
shit in there.
They left this nasty note on it about like
This room
how,
is
like,
for
someone had,
studying,
like,
not
What's the note
shitting.
written in shit from that big gulp?
I heard they DNA tested the shit. And his name was written in the shit.
Someone left a message in the shit that said, "This is Andrew Taco Bell."
I got real drunk one night. And
you
I
drank the
knocked.
shit?
I
and you
knocked.
carved a picture of yourself in the shit.
And people thought like Jesus, and then like religious nuts showed up.
I knocked on that girl's door. I knocked on that girl's door at like midnight or 1 o'clock.
You
in the
are
morning.
gonna lie to this girl.
And she answers the door, and that dude's there with his fucking acoustic guitar trying to fucking.
What was he playing?
I
John
don't
Mayer?
fucking know.
Jack
Oh, he's probably
Johnson,
playing.
probably.
No, he's probably no. Back then, he's probably playing Candlebox.
Yeah, he probably was. Yeah.
Guarantee
It's
ya.
like, you guys want to hear some Silverchair?
Or Old Faithful with Beatles. You can always go to that well.
So he's in there, and like I'm like, hey, so I figured out what happened with that underwear.
God, you're gonna sound like such a lie.
couldn't
dude.
have made
Leave
incriminated
well
you.
enough alone.
You could not have incriminated
Leave
yourself
well
more.
enough alone, you idiot.
I gotta hear where this goes.
Oh,
I know where it's going.
So I was like, remember?
I see the frame job.
Remember when Anthony fucking took that turn out?
Well,
the
he
toilet?
shit in a pair of my
Yeah,
underwear and left them in the hall.
What
Well-
the fuck?
Well,
Anthony's the fall guy.
I was like, well, you know, he got mad at me the other day, so he went to Taco Bell and he rubbed some like chili and stuff all into my.
Wait, he went to Taco? This plan involves stealing your underwear, going to Taco Bell, rubbing chilies, and then planting them?
You couldn't have fucked yourself over more.
and you used the real place you were. Like you're like, he went to Taco Bell, but really I went to
we saw
Taco
you
Bell.
running from Taco Bell holding your ass 4 days ago. What
And
the
I
fuck?
really just want to prove my innocence here.
Okay, so I'm telling this, both of them are beat red. They're just staring at the floor. They don't want to talk to me. They're not like,
No, they don't want to laugh in your face because your story. They're probably gonna fuck and you're wrecking their fuck sack.
The only way this story would have ended well if you had taken his guitar and broken it over somebody's head.
So they're in there, and I'm trying to say it. He's like rubbed it all over. He's like he rubbed nacho cheese and
Oh, it was that kind of shit.
nacho cheese and ground beef
Yeah, yellowish
all over. It's all
nacho
yellow.
cheese. You know those nacho cheese shits you
Was
always
it a
take.
mustard plug?
Oh, man.
Shout out to your wife.
It was some refried bean shit.
Oh fuck! And
Jesus,
then,
dude.
then the dude with the guitar is like, "Yeah, well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, because it was all covered in nasty shit." Man.
Oh, he's just rubbing your face in it.
He's like,
He's
yeah.
like, because Andrew, the guy who did it.
He's like, it looked like somebody must have taken like 4 burritos or something and just ground them right into it.
Looks
And
like
then-
someone shit their
and
pants
at
so
first-
hard.
and-
And was the girl loving his jokes?
Hey,
She laughing?
wait,
yes,
sure.
she was. She was dying. She's dying.
Hey, when you
laughing.
came up with this plan, you thought it was the greatest, most genius idea you'd
I
ever
thought-
come up
He
with.
thought it was verbal Kid from The Usual
I thought-
Suspect.
Yeah, it was that. It was that good. I've just covered my tracks.
He's like, wait till I walk away. They see that there's no limp from my bad knee.
So fucking, I thought this was my last ditch attempt. Like I had to do it. I felt like I had to do it.
But you were never gonna fuck this girl anyway.
No, man. There's no way. She was super mean. She
And
was
so how
sorry
did it
girl.
end? You just walked away in
So
defeat?
anyway, so at first I thought he was corroborating my story, and then I realized that he's like snickering,
He's baiting
and he's
you.
like baiting me. Yeah.
You couldn't see that?
So anyway, I'm like anyway, I just didn't want you guys to think I was like a weirdo.
But you are a weirdo now, and you're a weirdo liar.
I think I would have transferred to a trade school and just learned how to work on trucks or something after this.
What semester was this, and how deep
oil
into
derrick
This
or
was the
something.
first semester.
how deep
of
into
my
the school year? Like 1 week?
Year.
Oh,
This is the
man.
kind of shit where
Like
you
second or
move to
third month or
Alaska,
so.
work on a pipeline,
Yeah,
and forget
or
about
or
it.
something
It was
like
second
that.
His second semester was after Christmas had come back.
But the year's still like not that deep, and it's like you're trying.
It's
January's
pretty deep.
It's
It's pretty deep. Anyway, so then
You're still a freshman though, where like
They-
opinions are being formed.
she's beat red. She's just like laughing. She closes the door, doesn't even say goodbye, and then they just blow up
then they-
behind the door. Just
and then fucking that laughter clap.
What a sad
dude.
moment.
I guarantee you, she's like, "Oh my god, yeah, like let's fuck."
Yeah.
with a guy.
Like,
that
I'll
was so
fuck you.
funny. I'm
I'll
in such a
fuck
good
you.
mood. Let's
yeah,
fuck.
let's fuck just because you're not him.
I mean, you helped that guy more than he's ever been helped. In
If you had
terms
just
of
shut
fucking.
your mouth, you
I
would have
bet
had to
you
work
later,
harder to
if-
fuck her,
yeah.
and you wouldn't have been as humiliated.
Also,
I think he never would
I
have
bet
fucked
you-
her. No offense.
Is that
but I think
couple-
he
no,
would've-
I think we just
If that
said
couple
that.
stayed together
You'd
to
never
this
had
day,
a
it's probably an
chance.
inside joke. Oh, they're on vacation. Oh, better find a bathroom. Why? You don't want to pull an Andrew, do you?
Yeah, they're probably still
If-
saying it
I
to this
bet
day.
I bet you they don't remember my name. First of all,
I bet you they remember everything.
I bet they have matching tattoos of that underwear
I
band.
also like they were shitty people.
I bet
So
one
they're
of them has.
narcissistic, so you don't think that you weren't even on the radar?
I think that they remember. Hey, remember that guy who used to dress up like a pirate and do medieval reenactments? Shit his
Dude,
pants?
I bet they. I guarantee you, they have tattoos like hers above the vagina and his above the dick. So when he puts his dick in, it like says Andrew and then Dewitt on her side.
I can tell us. I'll tell a story from my college years,
Jesus.
which isn't as long and in depth and like
But did you
twists
guys-
and turns.
And
that
humiliating?
was awful.
It is humiliating.
Yeah.
As very.
So I
humiliating.
lived in a fraternity, which gets me
But
a lot of flack.
wait,
a lot.
real quick. Now I'm very clean. So I just want everyone to know
Okay.
that, like,
Your
I
wife
learned
just
my-
told me that you were kicking a pair of shitty underwear around your house, claiming it were hers.
Claiming it was the cat's.
Like, oh, that's weird.
The
Look,
cat went to Taco Bell.
I got real serious about
Anthony
making
just
sure
put
I don't
some,
shit my pants after that. I got real serious about it.
Then you learned a lesson in college.
So I,
Jesus Christ.
So I lived in a fraternity, and this guy lived next to me. And this guy was like a real kind of, he's a good looking guy, shredded abs, like that sort of guy, like gelled hair. And he had this smoking hot girlfriend with huge fucking bombs. Who like everyone was like, God, this girl's fucking
Can you
hot.
please use the phrase beef cannon?
Huge,
yeah,
huge,
yeah, you got Beef Cannon Bill sitting next to you. You gotta use-
huge beef cannon bills. O'Neill the ass kicker at yahoo.com. Titties.
It's spreading across the nation, baby.
And so I got really drunk one night, and I went back to my room and I started beating my wiener.
Yeah.
And I have a weird style that's gotten me a lot of flack over the years.
Jesus Christ.
There's going to be a lot of info, but everyone else has
Weird
volunteered.
style.
So when I jizz, I go down, go to the double knees and just jizz on like a paper towel or like a toilet paper runway, which a lot of people take a lot of
what?
offense to.
You beat off standing up, and then you drop down to a double,
like on a bed
a
or like-
double
yeah.
T-bow.
So you roll out the red carpet for
Yeah,
your
just on my
semen
double
then?
knees.
You do a double T-bow. Why don't you just roll on your lay on your side and shoot it into that
Just
way?
because sometimes I'm going to overshoot. I just like a nice, neat, clean.
There is a more intense.
But you got to bend your boner down to come down at this.
no,
at
he
an
takes
angle.
the knee. But
I'm
there
on
is
knees.
there is
So,
something
like, when
weird.
You go low, kind of.
There is a more intense.
Oh, your
blowing
spine
the
is
load.
kind of parallel to the fucking thing. You're kind of hunched over.
Kind of.
That must look
Wait,
so
are you
weird.
leaning back?
No,
or are you
he's
leaning-
on
I'm
his
leaning
knees,
forward to hit the
almost
runway.
doggy,
Oh,
almost
okay.
like doggy style.
I'm trying to land my. I'm trying to land
So
my
you're-
dick
you're
onto
giving
the.
yourself
You have a
reach
guy
around
down there with
It
orange
must look
cones.
like you're beating
Yeah.
off to
Flashlights?
you're beating off to an invisible guy fucking you in the ass. Is what it must look like.
Yeah,
I'm just
it looks
lost
like
in
an
the moment.
invisible reach around.
I'm
right?
just feeling great, lost in the moment. So I'm doing that.
Oh,
So I'm hovering over the runway, but my door was closed. But you know when you close a door, but the
It doesn't click
It
through.
doesn't click in. So my door is basically wide open. So
Yeah.
this hot girl with a huge beef cannon just barges right in the room, and I was so
Are you beating
drunk.
up naked, by the way, or is this closed? Like,
Either way, I mean, I had no shirt on, I think.
Okay.
And so at the very
she
least,
knows what you're doing.
yeah. So I stand up, and I was so drunk and just so bewildered that all I could do was put my hands up, like I had just come in, like
With a boner?
yeah,
With your
yeah.
dick out?
But I think I whipped the shorts on real quick, and she's like, said the guy's name, and she's like, "Have you seen so and so?" I was like, "He lives next door. He lives next door." Just shut the door in her face, like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Did you come?
I think I did finish after she left.
Boy, you had the inspiration.
So
Yeah, it was
you could have
tough.
you should have asked her if she
Yeah.
wanted to show. Did
I
you?
think
She was going to see this guy.
No, but you
dude.
should have said, "Hey, you want to join in?"
What are
Yeah,
you
be
about
like,
this?
I
You want to
was-
finish?
What am I?
You want to help me finish? Yeah.
What are they gonna
You
do
in
about
or out?
this?
You in or out?
I mean, it was a bad moment. And the next day, I asked the guy, like, was there anything said? He's like, no, I don't think so. I don't.
Did you tell the guy what you did?
I told everyone. I was like, this is what happened. This lady barged in while I was
Did you
beating
tell
her
him your
meat.
style?
Yeah, that got me a lot of flack, the runway.
What is it? Because I've never heard that before.
I use the runway, dude. I
So you
like
go
it.
on all fours and then you get on that.
Not on all fours.
tripod.
How far do you lean over? You have a good core strength?
Yeah, good strength.
Oh, you'd
You're
have
being a
to.
shithead. You're just living
to hover over like that.
No, but you're
not
like
that
If
hard.
you're laying on your back or laying down,
Can,
beating off
can
or
we
sitting
take a
up.
picture of how you do it so that
Yeah.
you can tweet it onto?
I'd rather not.
But can you like?
It's a little too intimate.
Can we hire somebody
you're on
to do
two
it?
knees here,
Like
but
that.
your dick's pointing out. So you
Dan's
have to lay
enacting
down-
this.
you have to lay
Dan's,
down.
Dan's doing
Yeah.
So you're
it.
like this, beating.
Not that low. Well, you need your hand.
But you're beating
Like that.
off, like you're
Yeah,
pointing.
fairly
But you've
similar.
got
It
one
looks
hand
like-
on
it
the
looks
ground,
like-
or you don't.
It looks like you're getting fucked in the ass.
Do
though.
you have a hand on the ground?
It looks
or
like
not?
what the chick is
But
doing.
I'm by myself, so it's no,
But
I'm
it
not
looks like
fucking
you're
anything,
beating-
nor am I being
But it looks like you're
fucked.
beating off to like the Invisible Man.
Why you-
fucking
wait.
Who looks good while they're beating off? You ever looked in the mirror? It's horrifying.
Roll to the side. And
Have you ever looked in the mirror? It's horrifying.
DeWitt does.
Wait, when did you
I
beat
turn
off
on
in
my
a mirror?
webcam.
I have a
sometimes and
huge-
just watch myself beat up.
I have a huge mirrors as like my closet.
So don't face that way.
Would you just
one.
happen to turn over there and you're like, that's hideous.
While when you're beating off, you just face one way and go for it. You're not changing directions.
Do you guys get upset at your own body while you're beating off?
I don't want to watch
Like, what's
myself
wrong with
beat
you?
off.
I don't really have a problem.
Face-
If I walk by and I'm beating off, I'm not like that's
Wait, you're
disgusting.
beating off walking around?
Yeah, I do household chores while I'm beating off.
That's not
sometimes.
true.
That's
No, sometimes
impossible.
I'll start jerking it, and then I'll be like, I have to go get something to jizz into, so I'll keep stroking it, go to the bathroom, get some toilet paper, and then sit back down, and I'll cross my mirror, and I'll be like, yeah, looks about right.
a worse story with me in the runway is my mom just barging in one time.
Oh no!
That's
Yeah,
gotta be
I had a room next door to my parents, which was weird because sometimes I would line up my HBO softcore porn and hear the volume double, knowing that my dad was watching it in the room next to me.
Oh,
It's not like that. Like, you know, like you're watching something like single volume and then like, oh, in concert.
it
There's-
resonates
yeah.
with a thing on the wall.
And it's like, oh, we're both watching Real Sex 48. How do you like that scene? So there's a night. There's
good
Are you high
breakfast
school or
talk.
college?
High school. There's a night I'm just beating my wiener to
Yeah.
some softcore Showtime pornography. On my knees, feeling the runway, having a good time. Door opens. My mom goes, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I lost the contact.
It was a, "What are you doing?" Didn't fit. What do you do? Oh, and then just walks away in
That
defeat.
always sounds the most disappointed in you, though.
But like just the realization, like, oh, you're beating, you fucking.
Did your old man talk to you about your style?
No, but
It's unacceptable in this house.
I had trouble
We don't
looking.
take a knee.
I had trouble looking my mom in the face for a good probably year, and even now sometimes I go back in my head and think about that. I'm like, it's a terrible moment for everybody.
Did you ever, because you're real like nosy and thorough, did you ever Google the runway technique to see if other people did it?
No, it's just my own style, and it's been something I've run with.
So I don't
over the
get.
years.
Wait, do you put a hand down or do you not?
Yeah,
put
But
a hand
there's
down?
times where
You'd
I
have
use
to
the
have incredible
runway.
core strength to not be like at a 45
No, I
degree
think
angle
I think
leaning
I
over.
post a hand, but there's also other times where I'll put the runway on like a countertop, you know, something.
Have you ever?
Have
Have you?
I'm not going to eat fucking food at your house.
No, but not in like my kitchen. But
Have you
Your beat off
experimented?
counter?
I'm a very clean guy. I clean thoroughly.
Wait, have you experimented with other styles and just always you go
Yeah,
back?
I've
to
done
this
some
one?
gum style. I don't know, like what other styles are there?
What other style?
what other style?
Well, you're not on your knees in a hand or something.
I mean, I've always found guys who come into socks very bizarre. That's to me.
Who
that's
does
a weird.
that?
like,
I've
reality.
reality.
That's a joke.
It's a
No,
joke.
it's not a joke.
I've heard
man.
people
It's
do it.
really
Like
easy.
the top of a sock, or
DeWitt's
just
done it.
top
Yeah.
of a sock, or wrap the
I don't
sock
know.
around
I've
the
never
leg.
done it.
When you got to go camping,
That
man,
sounds
it's
gross.
the best way to do
Dude,
it.
no way.
Why not just into the dirt, old fashioned style?
I used
like
to
a cowboy?
jerk off in. We had a big shed, and before I'd go cut the grass, because the riding mower would vibrate and give me
I
boners,
used
I
to
would
get
just
that.
jerk off in the
you
shed
were
and
never
then
on a riding mower.
drizz on the
I did.
floor.
I got my dick stuck in a vacuum cleaner in middle school.
That's not true.
It's true.
What?
Cleaning
That's
out my
not
parents'
true.
You are
car.
the most bullyable person in the world.
You've
I mean-
done it all the things they threw out of the Breakfast Club script originally that wouldn't
Wait, so
fit
you-
that guy's
you're-
backstory.
you're
You've done
asking-
everything.
You're asking me questions about the runway, and you're sticking your dick in the vacuum cleaner?
Who wouldn't? When you're in middle school, who
What?
wouldn't?
Who-
First of all.
Everybody knows that doesn't.
It doesn't work. It's the
what are you
friction of rubbing
talking
your dick,
about?
not the suction.
Second of all, I could only.
Also,
basically
how
get-
big is your dick? That's a big hole.
No, the thing was like
Well, it's
I
gonna
could
suck
only
it if it's
get
big
I
or
could
small.
only
It's
get
like-
my fucking.
No, but I mean, like,
No, if you stick your finger in it, like stuck, it's like
it'll go. Well, I guess you would
I
have
could
to
only get
take
my,
all of your
my
up to your
dickhead,
pubes.
only my dickhead into it, and then I don't know. I'm guessing they
Wait,
saw
you're
me
fuck,
doing
you're
it.
fucking the circle one, and not like
The
the
metal,
not
the metal pipe that used to go down to the fucking head of the
You're not
thing.
doing like the bristle one.
No, the pipe thing.
He's
Then my
fucking a
di-
dirt devil.
and then my dick wrapped up in the spindle.
But
and
then
the pubes. The
But the-
pubes would have got caught.
the thing that made me suspicious that I got caught doing it.
was
it
the psychiatrist who came over the next day.
It wasn't pleasurable at all. It wasn't
really
fucking
shocking.
pleasurable.
Oh, wow.
Also, it's in my driveway, so I'm sure like.
was this like was this like a wet vac?
No, it wasn't a.
Why
wet
would you
vac.
do
Why
it in
would
the
you do it in a
driveway?
driveway?
I don't know. I figured no one was looking. I fucking
it during
looked
the day?
around. It was during the day. Yeah. I
You're in
looked
broad
around.
daylight in a driveway sticking your
At a
dick
yard
in
sale?
a turned-on vacuum?
Yes.
Is it a yard sale?
No.
Wait, I wish it was like one of those 6 horsepower wet vacs.
Here's the
so that
thing.
was like ripped it
Yanked
off.
his dick right
Fucking
off.
the
Pulled
next-
his
Why would you
balls
do it
through
in
his dick.
the front yard? Do you not have like a basement? Or
I
an
don't know.
attic
I don't
or
know. I wasn't thinking clearly, obviously. But here's the deal.
You were horny and you just wanted
Dude,
to fuck that vacuum.
You
fucking-
probably just ate a great meal and you were in that fucking trance. And you're like, I'm gonna go fuck the.
Here's why I thought
vacuum
I think
cleaner
I
in
got
the driveway.
busted or someone saw me doing it was because the next day the vacuum cleaner that was in the garage was locked up in my dad's gun cabinet. I didn't have the key for it. They fucking locked it.
Your parents had to put the vacuum in a gun safe so you wouldn't fuck it?
They had to keep you away from your girlfriend.
It's just like Romeo and Juliet all over again.
Wait, did
How old are you?
She's the Electrolux.
It's like sixth grade.
and you're the
Did you-
DeWitts.
did
You were like 11?
Did you come into the vacuum
No,
cleaner?
I couldn't finish it all. All I could
Did you
do.
kiss her?
No, I just gotta. I remember it made my.
Did you
dick-
ever walk by it and get a boner and be like, God, I wish I could fuck that again?
It made my dick stink because it was used primarily to clean up dog food and like hair, like dog hair in the garage. So my dick
What
smelled
the
like
fuck?
fucking dog food.
Dude, your parents-
I
your own dick.
remember how it smelled exactly like dog food.
Wait a second. What else was locked up besides guns? It could have just been the vacuum.
What other
No,
things
there
did you
was like
fuck?
tools and stuff.
Oh,
were
that you would
locked
put
in.
your dick in?
No,
Yeah, Andrew fucked a pair of pliers one time.
There was an apple
No,
pie
but
that was
there was
half-eaten in there.
there was a fantasy comic called ElfQuest that was locked up in there.
Why did they just throw that away?
Yeah.
That I got when I was 4 or 5 years old. I begged my parents to get it, and there's
You could jerk
So
it
you
to
were,
it?
there
you
was-
were into comic books at 4? You
Yeah.
got that started that early. Wow.
And then in this particular comic book, if there's any ElfQuest fans out there, they'll remember that it's in the when they're.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
They're in the frozen north, and they're
I think they've all been beaten to death by bullies.
they're meeting this tribe called the Go-Backs. Anyway, this elf tribe.
Wait, go on. I'm lost in the story.
This elf tribe throws a big orgy. They throw a big orgy, and
And
it
that's
shows
in
stuff.
the fucking
It's in the
thing.
comic, and I
And your
remember.
parents didn't peruse it? To
I
see
remember.
it?
No, they didn't. And I remember.
Hey, were
seeing that.
those big pillows that used to fuck in the gun cabinet too?
They put his bedroom
They
floor.
eventually just took your dad's guns out of the cabinet, left them around the house. It was filled with all these things that you had fucked.
They covered Andrew's room in
But they
chain link
did.
fence like in Roadhouse.
When your wife goes home, does she have to lock her vagina up in that cabinet? Andrew, we don't want you fucking your wife in the
The
house.
thing is, like, I didn't. I was. That means I was exposed right away to orgy style sex. You know, like, and then it was immediately taken away.
Dude,
from
you are
me.
such a sponge that you just like absorb everything, but then it's multiplied by like 50. If you see a drawing of an orgy, it automatically
that's
you're
what
like asphyxiated with
I
like
was-
actual real people.
I was totally into it to this day.
At 5, you were into it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. To this day.
Dude, at some point, you weren't adopted, right?
No, I wasn't
Are
adopted.
you sure?
Yeah.
Because I think you were in some sort of Russian fuck industry as a baby.
I don't think so.
It had to be. How can you be this fucked
We
up?
may need to hypnonize you to see if anything will come out.
But I
Oh,
asked,
dude, I wouldn't want to fucking hear that.
I asked my mom. I remember bringing it out to my mom and being like, "Hey, what are they doing here?" And then it was gone. It was gone for.
And he walked by the gun cabinet. And
it didn't come back. I didn't get it back until I was like in 9th grade or something. My mom said, "Oh, we found this out in the shed or whatever." You know.
Did they get the vacuum back too?
No, they did not give the vacuum back to me. But like, yeah, to this day, like, because they're fucking. It was in the north, like Vikings, so they're fucking on furs and stuff like that. I've always thought like how awesome it'd be to fuck on furs. We got a fake fireplace in my bedroom. I cut that shit on, like, so it has like the orange glow.
In the summertime?
Yeah, well, you don't have to turn the fan on with it.
You just
know,
like that. You'll fuck in front of a fireplace to make it more Viking-like?
Yeah, dude.
I have another controversial masturbatory story.
All right,
O'Neill knows it, but I don't know if I should share it. It's borderline.
Just do it.
So it's so deviant. It's
As long as there's no crime.
Oh,
being committed.
Jesus.
Do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, but let me preface this story with this guy was calling me a fucking, he told me this story, and then I got so mad at him because he says I'm a sociopath and a scumbag
bad story.
and a deviant. And even our friend John Little turned to him and goes, What's wrong with it? It's not a fun story. It's disturbing and sad.
I don't know if I should tell it.
Yeah, well then I'll tell it if you don't. Because all the flack I get from you
tell
for
it.
shit. Dude, this involves innocent people.
You
It's
are-
borderline rape.
It's not rape.
O'Neill, you're a way worse person than Danish.
So
Listen to the story and we'll decide. We'll let the jury decide.
there was a time in high school where I kind of like, I don't know if it was to prove my prowess, but like, would
I just said, this
Wait.
doesn't prove your prowess at all.
let me tell
Prowess is a scumbag?
Why are you so? I don't know
Wait
what's
till you
in
hear
store
this.
for me.
This is
Okay.
coming from a guy who blows things up, defaces property. Let me
is
just
worse than
tell
all
my
Lets his friend,
story.
the
Go
creeper,
ahead.
fill people up while he's
Let me
making out
tell
with
my
them.
story.
No, I stop. I save them.
This is a bad story.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have
man.
deep regret about it.
I am.
He was
tentatively
bragging to us
on
like it was
board.
real cool.
I wasn't
He was bragging when he told me this story.
Like when you made the
This
girl
is
at the beach
not-
put the bathing suit back on and leave
This
in
is 10
tears.
times. We were at the beach when he told me. It's
Let
10
me
times.
tell my story.
Tell the fucking story.
I told. First of all, when I told you the story, I said this is one of my deepest regrets in
And he
life.
and he was dying laughing.
That's a lie.
go
This
ahead.
guy's gonna sully my already sullied story. Just let me tell. I don't need cross examination.
I'm really nervous right now.
It's a tough
I'm
story.
nervous,
Go
man.
ahead.
Because I've come off as fairly normal, so to this point.
Well, yeah, real quick. Danish has a friend who listens to the podcast and said it sounds like 3 psychopaths and a normal person, and Danish is the normal person.
Yeah,
and I think
I'm-
you might cross over to psychopath.
Pete,
right here.
I'm sorry. I'm about to ruin it for you. So, wait, hold on to it. You got to listen.
gotta wait
Don't
for- do it,
focus.
wait.
I am listening.
But you don't hit play on that.
I won't.
Okay. So there was a time in high school where I kind of got into beating it in like fairly risque places.
With your technique, how could you?
That's true. That's true. That is true, but I would improvise. So I think so there was a time. I'm not going to say where. I won't incriminate anyone else.
Say it all. Say it all.
Say it all.
This is bad.
Say it all.
Say
It's
it
been-
all.
I feel the self-hatred and doubt that
Hey,
that
man,
O'Neill and
I
DeWitt
got
sometimes
dog
feel.
food on my dick.
This is
dude.
worse, I think.
Purge your soul of it.
So yeah, I think I do need to get it out there so I can move on. So my friends and I went to this hotel. We were in Cape Cod. Went to this hotel just to like illegally use the pool and swim.
In the town you live?
No, this is in Cape Cod.
You're on vacation or why?
We were all hanging out. Yeah, a buddy of mine's parents had a place. there,
Okay.
which I hope they never hear this. So we go to the hotel and we're swimming. Then we go in the hot tub and there were random civilians in there.
Well, let's describe the civilians.
It's like a 40-year-old woman
Like a mother.
and a 40-year-old man.
Like probably her husband. and trying to get away from the kids.
and another 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
And
was
this also ties into my YMCA usage because whenever I go in the hot tub, I now feel guilt over what happened.
and these were
that
like
day.
average, like
regular
people that look like your parents.
red-blooded Americans.
people having a vacation.
Let me just
Regular.
say, I'm already relieved.
You weren't at
I'm
a sex
already,
camp.
I'm on board.
So
okay?
I'm in the hot tub,
All right.
and I'm like, let's see if I can beat my wiener in this hot tub with these people.
Are the women? The women are just dumpy like housewives. They're not.
I'm
attractive
not
at all.
jerking off to them. I'm seeing
in their presence.
in their presence.
Okay.
And you're sitting pretty close.
It's a hot tub, so it's not
Yeah,
that big.
but
Are
it's
there
not like a
jet
huge-
bubbles over your shit at least?
Yeah, there's bubbles.
Okay.
And so I,
And what are these people talking about? Their families, their children?
oh, I don't know. They
Their
were
relationship with
away.
Most
Christ.
likely, like how their kids go into school.
What a
and
nice
stuff.
barbecue they
They
had.
were away from me.
Saving up for college.
They weren't away from you. They're 3.5 feet from you at most.
But I mean, I wasn't listening to what they're talking
because you're
about.
trying to get into your fucking.
I'm trying to finish the tough Mission Impossible.
Now, are you doing it in your pants, or do you have it out?
whip your dick
under
out.
the thing.
I think I had it out, but I don't remember.
What kind of
Dude,
trunks
you
are you wearing?
told
Are
me
you wearing
it
the
was
trunks that
out.
have elastic
It was
waistband,
out.
or like board shorts that actually have to open?
I think I was wearing like mesh shorts.
You fucking scumbag.
So you pulled your dick out under the water.
Yes.
So if someone
were you
was
think-
really looking, or if the jet stopped,
Which they did at one point. I had to really scramble.
Well, also your arm's going to be like. Why is your right or left arm moving so much? more than
Logistically,
your
we went
Parkinson's?
over this.
Which it
seems
was.
difficult.
Okay.
Yes. That they
Which
didn't
it
know you were
was.
jerking off.
And I finished the deed, and I got out.
So you jizzed in
And right
the water.
Wait, what were you thinking about?
Right after I did it, it was like, wow, that was not a good idea.
How did you? Wait. When you
He jizzed in the water.
Yeah.
So then, with the circular motion of the jet,
Yeah, somebody got it in probably
The
their
jizz
chest
was
hair or
all
their
over.
hair. Or
But
all over
also,
these innocent people.
your boner doesn't like immediately magically go away after you come. So you got up with like a half a boner.
I think I waited probably,
so the jizz got on you.
how could you wait though?
Probably.
Because that nut regret is almost instantaneous.
And you probably got
dude.
sleepy too.
It's a deep regret I've had to this day.
So
It was a
innocent
bad
people
idea.
had his jizz. These parents, these kids. These,
You came on
They
somebody's
get 1
parents.
week a year to go on vacation,
Not
and they chose this
to get
area,
jizzed
and this
on.
guy jizzed on them.
Welcome to Cape Cod.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to judge you for this, dude.
I appreciate it,
I
Dwight.
feel like
I'm
that is
judging
not
the-
nearly as bad as I thought it was.
I think
gonna
it's
be.
pretty deviant. I think.
Oh wait, how did when you went on all fours?
It would be pretty
When you went on
gross.
all fours when you came, did they get worried or think something weird was going
No,
on?
I didn't.
He said,
I'm
"Hey,
in
can
water."
you hold the other end of this carpet so they could come on it?"
I mean, in my mind, I don't know how they didn't know because I'm sure
Oh,
my
you
shoulder
just
was
came regular.
moving.
You came regular style.
Yeah, just in the water. If
Do
I'm in
you
water,
think,
I don't
do
need
you
to
think
fucking-
one of those wives masturbates about that to this day?
I hope they
Or
don't know what was
cries.
going on, but they may have.
Do you think that she?
They didn't get out though, so it leads me to believe they did not
Do
know.
you think they enjoyed it?
I would say no, but
You never know what people are going to do, man. You never know what they're going to.
The husband might just.
You know what,
lunge
though?
at it, try
Here's
and
the
suck
thing.
it.
You get to fuck two 40-year-old women with some 40-year-old guy watching, or you're a convicted sex offender. Those are the only two outcomes. It's really not worth.
literally one of my deeper regrets.
You
to
were
this day.
under 18, though, right? So
I
you wouldn't
believe
have
so.
gone.
Did you stop
wouldn't have
doing
gone to
shit? Was that the
jail.
last time you did
That's
something like
true.
that, or did you keep doing
Juvie,
stuff
though.
like that?
No, I think that was one of the last. I mean, I had a string though of like
What were your other public
in
beat-offs?
school, like but in the bathroom in school.
Did you drop both knees in the bathroom? Or
No.
Just had to.
Yeah, you can just put the runway. You can
That's
hold
a-
it in front of you if you're.
I
sitting.
had a buddy that used to work at like a Rite Aid type, and he would stand behind the card section so he could look out while he was working there and just jerk it in the card section.
But there's so many cameras at that place.
no,
watching
this
place.
in the 90s. It
Oh, okay.
Well, just standing up in the store
Because the card section was far enough
That's
away
wor-
from the
I think- I
pharmacy.
feel that's worse than
so
mine.
That the pharmacist, to the
Makes me
pharmacist,
feel
it
good.
looked like he was just putting new cards in the slots, and he could also watch the door, so that he would just jerk it in the aisle.
Something
and just
about
watch.
you attracts guys who are into public masturbation.
It's true.
You're friends with me, and you're friends with this guy.
I feel like
I feel like that guy's is worse. It's in his store.
No, yours and innocent people were getting cum on them.
They may not have.
They definitely did.
there was chlorine in there, though. So
There may
it's
have been-
regardless,
Cum is cum,
it's
dude.
cum.
It's pretty
It may have
gooey.
ended up
cum.
against the wall.
No, you know it ended up in their chest hair, and it looked like
Yeah.
they're like, "Is this soap? Is this deodorant? Like, what is?"
I
this?
bet the guy submerged for like when you rub your hair back, it got out.
Yeah,
Look
dude.
at that. Do you mean?
So
Can I
terrible.
lighten the mood a little bit, real
Yeah.
quick?
Well,
and tell?
first, let me assure you that that is not that awful because every dude at some point, like,
Comes on old people? No,
No.
that's awful.
It's pretty gross.
There are dudes who I know dudes into adults who do like jerk it at corporate jobs. Like,
What do you mean? Like in
they'll,
the bathroom?
Yeah,
yeah, but why wouldn't you?
it seems weird. I think.
Corporate jobs
I would jerk
sucks,
it.
though.
I would
Yeah.
jerk it in the bathroom.
Really? Like you would get that? Like you like I
Dude,
need
you
to
get
take care of
stressed
this?
out.
just
and your
well,
wife,
It's also
your
like a fuck. It's
girlfriend
also like a
fucking-
fuck you. It's funny to go beat off.
And you don't
your
have a
work
lot of
to-
time. By the time you
Someone-
go home, you go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, you got to get ready to go to
someone
work.
in our office park is jerking off in the toilet because if you shut that door, there's fucking something is on that fucking door, like running down the fucking.
No
thing,
way.
man. Yeah, dude, go look.
Why
It's
wouldn't
just
you?
Super
On
gross,
which floor? The
man.
third floor.
This floor.
Why wouldn't you clean it up?
In
though?
the good stall. In the good stall.
Because some people I think are like assholes that like you when you were like
Like passive aggressive?
want to leave like
I
there
didn't
to show.
when I
like,
first started shooting stuff out of it. I didn't realize that it would hit something, you know. So like I remember one time my mom getting super pissed off at me, And she was like, "You got to start cleaning up your room. This is disgusting." And then she sees like just all these cum stains all over the fucking wall, and she's like, "And I don't know what this is, but you're gonna get a toothbrush and you're gonna scrape this off the wall."
Come on your wall.
I hope it wasn't the toothbrush you used that night to brush your teeth.
No, it's like a cleaning.
Did you fuck the toothbrush halfway through?
Wait, so you jizzed on your walls? You're like an animal.
By
You're
accident? I didn't know.
By accident?
I didn't know.
After it happens more than once,
You could be like
the mystery.
You could be the Mr. Magoo of bodily functions because you didn't know that the underwear was yours.
like a
when
complaint.
clearly,
You're jizzing on your wall.
It was just gone. Like it was just like, where did it go?
Oh, a wizard came by and just made it disappear.
tell me your walls were a
magic.
different color that the jizz would show, like they were like blue or green.
No, my walls were white, so it's all crusted. It gets
Dude,
yellow.
Someone should have sat you down and talked to you about like
Yeah, you
A
grow
lot
up
more
sheltered, like you
stuff.
get a lot real more fucked up.
jizz doesn't just disappear into the air, fly away and become a bird.
Well, I got
Your mom, do you think she really didn't know, or she just didn't want to
I think
address
she
it?
knew exactly what it was, and I think I got so embarrassed by that. I had taken a Gerber baby food jar, and I would beat off into that because I didn't want to get caught. You know
What?
Like
That's
with
a lot weirder than the runway into a.
into a Gerber baby food jar.
How would that even? I don't even know how you would do that.
Contain it at the end.
Yeah, I would contain it, and then I was supposed to wash it out every time. You know,
I'm gonna throw up if you say what you're gonna say.
Why?
Your little brother ended up eating it.
You didn't throw it away. You just you let it build up.
No, like one time I just forgot to wash it out, and then like it got found again. You know.
I've never met a man that's had more of his
I'm gonna
jizz
throw
found
up.
by his mother or some member of the family.
Did you
always
later
found.
release it into a hot tub full of people?
No, I didn't. I would get caught all the time. I remember when I was sick one day, I was humping the fucking floor at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I was a little kid. My dad came up to give me fucking cough medicine because I guess I'd been coughing a whole bunch while I was humping the floor. He comes in.
That wasn't coffee.
He comes in. He's like, "What are you doing?" Like, because I'm just. And then I was like, "Oh, sorry."
I think. Well, I'm not going to
I
say.
was like,
it, but-
I was crawling towards the medicine. I heard you coming up, so I was crawling towards the medicine. He's like, that doesn't make sense.
I think it's.
I think Stainmaster was invented for you.
my dad invented it.
I know. I think you might have inspired it.
because Andrew fucked so much of the carpet as a
He probably
child.
thought everybody's son was jerking off onto the
Or
carpet.
fucking the
I'm
carpet.
just trying to take some of the heat off of Danish.
I
here.
appreciate it. I think it's obvious that we're all pretty fucked up, and we've all. I don't do it anymore, but we've all done stand-up comedy or do it. No, I'm saying stand-up comedy.
By the way, the reason it was a baby food jar, so I don't look like I was like horny to beat off in a baby food jar,
that
is
little picture of the
because
Gerber baby?
we
Oh.
used to get quarters and nickels from my grandfather in baby food jars as Christmas presents.
Was he beating off into him too?
It was like a Jello mold. You had to get it out of the cum.
In
So
case
I
I die here, I want you to use
we would get
this.
change in baby food jars, so I just dumped that out. I just
And
dumped
then
the
and
change
all
out.
those
forgot to
paper
rinse it out,
towels
put the
and-
coins back in.
And your house had no T-shirts or paper towels or socks or anything else you could use. Only the change jar.
Only a jar, a glass jar, to
Or
put
the
your dick
wall.
and cum
It's
in.
the worst thing to do, right? That's
Wall or glass jar?
Wait,
were
did
your
you
only
ever jerk
options.
off in public or anything?
No, I didn't like. Well, what do you mean by in public?
Hot tub with people.
Are there other people around?
If I was on a long trip, and I was by myself, I'd fucking jerk off in the car.
Has anyone here? What?
Yeah, while I was driving. It'd take forever.
Oh, wow.
I've done
I thought
that
you meant like
once.
with
That
people.
sucks.
I did it
Yeah.
once.
That sucks.
Has anyone here-
It's
too
forever.
messy.
Has anyone here ever jerked off on a plane? I have
No,
not.
no,
I have
I
not.
haven't.
Danny B. You look
I
like
can't
you're
even
I've
fine.
gotten a
but-
hand job on a plane, but I haven't
Under a
jerked off.
blanket?
Under a blanket. It was one of the scummiest. That's a scumbag move.
So you were in first class, then.
dude,
no,
I-
I was in coach.
So where are you
fucked-
getting the blanket from then?
You get
There's
some shitty
blankets.
blankets, and this is probably like late 90s.
Dude,
something like that.
I had something similar. I fucked my girlfriend
That's not true.
under a blanket. We're watching a movie, and I was
On a
spooning
plane?
her. No.
Oh.
And then her brother came down and talked to us for a half hour while I was
Your dick was inside
yeah,
her?
the whole time.
I fucked my girlfriend. This was another.
Oh,
See if
jeez.
I could do it while I was in college. While my
In a
roommate.
hot tub.
While my
I
roommate.
found the same people.
No, my roommate was on the other bed, and I was just fucking her but very slowly and discreetly, just to see if it could
I've
happen.
done that.
In college,
That's such a
It's
shitty
not-
move to
it's
do
not
the girl.
fun.
But it's so shitty to do the girl though. It's so degree. It's like why would you? You're
I
like,
just-
afterwards, you're like I'm a fucking.
I just
idiot.
describe it as things you do, like I call it the sexame, your sexual resume, and you're just doing it strictly for that reason.
But honestly,
I fucked in public a lot just because
Where,
I
though?
like that. Well,
hiking or something.
there's a few lifeguard stands, but then one time my
That was like
girlfriend.
that was recently.
After hours, or while they're open, and the guy's like, "Hey, I'm trying to watch the water, asshole."
one time in
Why is
college,
their stand shaking?
one time in college,
Oh, he's on the back of it, but where they write the surf report on a little chalkboard.
Earthquake! Get out of the water!
Ryan's fucking on the back of the guy's trying to
He
warn
was
us.
time,
fucking
though.
while staring at that woman getting into her wetsuit again.
one time in college,
Could you imagine? Could you imagine how much sadder she'd be?
I'm looking at you.
I'm fucking this, but I'm thinking about
Like, I
you.
want you.
You're
This
next.
could be you.
You're next.
Join in.
it's like the accused.
We'll have ice cream later. Look, ice cream's ready to go.
So what else have you got
what
on your
else?
sexual
So
resume?
one time, my girlfriend wanted to fuck in this building. It was like had a huge glass hallway where you
it
could see
haunted?
all the stairs going up,
Uh-huh.
and people would walk underneath the building. It had like a walkway to go underneath. So she wanted to fuck against the glass.
On the bottom, so people
No,
can
no,
see
on the
your asses?
second floor, so we could look out over everybody.
Were her titties pressed against the
Her
glass?
titties were against
Was
the
that the chick
glass.
with the
and her
bombs?
pants. No,
Oh,
this is
too
different.
bad.
So
Too
as
bad.
people walked under and looked up, I was fucking her doggy style up in the thing. But it was after hours. But for some reason, I think she either
There's
worked
great,
for somebody or was assisted. Somehow she had access to get in the building.
there's great security footage of you fucking.
And so people were just
Probably
like,
online.
people were like walking by, being like, "What the
Oh, like
fuck is
people were
that?"
blatantly looking.
Yeah, it was night, but people would walk through this path.
Any
'cause it
like
was,
cat calls or like applause?
I was
fives?
concentrating
Thumbs up?
on maintaining that boner that I didn't.
I have a ghost. I have a ghost
ghost fuck
story.
story?
You were raped?
No, like in college, there was this old theater that I was going to do a play at, and my girlfriend at the time and I went in and fucked on the set. And as we were fucking, we got scared because we thought we heard ghosts because it was supposed to have been haunted.
Ghost as in like
Did this
the
end in a
director.
dirty condom as well?
So instead, we went to the handicap bathroom and just finished off in there because we felt safer.
It's I mean, it seems like everyone does stuff like this, but it's like the least romantic, the least comfortable.
I'll give you a couple things. It's a shit move.
I
for
feel
one.
like girls want to do it.
Okay,
do.
I feel like they want to do it more
I'll
than
go-
dudes
Andrew,
do.
I fucking agree. Here's,
but to tell other girls.
No, but I agree. No, to feed some other weird thing though too.
Yeah, they just
one
like
thing,
have a fantasy
the,
about it.
the shitty ones are the one you fuck with like a friend in the room or something. Because
Girls don't compare
girls-
fucktails.
No, no, no.
Some of them do.
But yeah, but in a,
Okay, but
different,
it's not-
in
yeah,
a
it's
different way.
different. It's
how they
different.
felt about it
Yeah.
or whatever, or something. I mean, they get as gross as guys.
a lot
but
of
it's
dick
not-
size talk.
Well, dick size and shit. Like there's some chicks that get like way just as graphic as guys, like,
Yeah.
like bridesmaid style stuff. But here's the deal: fucking with the roommate or the friend in the room is such a dick move because the girl is just doing it because she likes you. She's putting up with it, so it's kind
Yeah.
of a shit move to do that.
Yeah,
to
it's
them.
not good.
But on the flip side of that coin. In my experience, it's always been the girl that has wanted to fuck in public,
Yes.
like at a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my dick sucked hiking in Las Vegas one time. We were like into some shit. It's like,
Where were you
girls get-
hiking? The MGM Grand?
No, right off the strip. There's things,
Girls get horny
There's,
with that
there's
shit.
hiking trails, but it's not horny. Like I want to come on. You know, like we're be in the car. And I want to.
No,
fuck
it's like
you, I
a
wanna
turn
come.
on because it's a rush.
Like it's a rush. But I'm like, but here's the thing because your dick sucked in the woods. It sounds all great. You're in a hiking place, and it's the same thing like fucking in a car. When someone inevitably walks by or walks up, you're standing there like
Yeah.
an asshole. The chick's into
It's a
it.
bad feeling.
You look like you look like the instigator
Hands
and
on
the
your head.
scumbag. It looks like because this girl wanted me to suck. She's like, let me suck your dick. I'm like, I don't want to take my dick out in the woods. There's poison oak. There's bears. There's snakes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to jail.
Just kinda came here to hike.
Yeah, I came here to hike. Let's fuck. We live 10 minutes from. Let's fuck at your house. You know.
Yeah.
No. So when someone walks up, it always looks like the guy must have talked the girl into it. The girl, even the girl's the biggest
Yeah.
whore in the world. She's innocent, and you look like a fucking scumbag.
I fucked in a car once in high school just to say I did it, but I'm 6'3".
That
No,
must have
it's
been
horrible. I'm
impossible.
6'3" too,
And I was
that
in the
sucks.
I was in the
Because I'm
front seat.
5'8" and I had a hard
I
time
was in the
with that.
front seat, and I was like,
You
"This
guys
is terrible."
Even if you go in the back, I fucked a lot in cars. One time I was so horny and my girlfriend was dropping me off the airport. We were in New York, but she had to stay for business. So we went to the parking garage, and I go, "You have to fuck me before I get on this plane. Otherwise, I have a raging boner."
I will rape a
So she
stewardess.
fucked me, but like literally, people were walking by because it was a parking structure.
Yeah.
but we faced it like so you could see like the airport. But you could still see people walking by the back in the rearview mirror. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. But I had to fuck, otherwise I was
Basically,
gonna
the only difference
It's terrible.
of
When I
my
was
hot tub
younger-
story is that I did it alone.
No.
And then my cum was
no,
near
your
them.
cum got on.
But that's the difference.
shitty part.
That is the worst part.
Like,
I'll
Let's
admit
have a
it.
compare and
if I
contrast
walk
versus
in,
my
if
beach.
I walk in and you're beating off, I can turn around and walk out. If I walk in and you come across my chest, we're gonna have a fucking problem. Like that's gonna be a
Wait a
awkward
second.
situation.
Hang on.
Deeply regret it.
Hang on. I want to do a compare and contrast. My beach looking at titties versus him coming on elderly people.
You were a grown man.
Yes.
And yours was worse.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
No one left the jacuzzi. They still stayed and
If they
enjoyed the
would,
rest
if they
of their time.
knew, if they knew.
Well, they did
They
it.
would've
They
called the
did
cops.
it. But
They
they
might have
didn't know.
known. They might have known.
They might have enjoyed it. There's
They
a
might have
30%
been-
chance.
This
of
lady
that.
might have enjoyed it. She might have been like, let me go
Rape?
take
Oh,
my...
yeah. If she had a rape fantasy, you scumbag.
Maybe they just thought I had Tourette's and my left shoulder
No.
was moving.
I think-
oddly.
wait,
Oh
wait.
wait, I got a great. Oh, well, let's take the heat off. O'Neill, he's gonna get mad.
But first of all, let me defend O'Neill. She might have left the beach crying to go get more of her friends to come get naked because she was
Asshole.
I think she went home to get a dildo to bring back
that
for me
woman,
to fuck her with.
that woman went home.
to get mace.
She went home, went online, looked at flights to like Tacoma, and moved, and never came back to California again.
No, like Topeka, Kansas, like the middle of the country.
Yeah,
She's
she's
like,
like,
by
I
any
want
ocean.
nothing to do with the ocean.
Fuck the ocean.
I'm never going
She was
swimming.
probably studying to be a marine biologist. Dropped out of fucking college.
Good. It doesn't pay for shit. I probably helped her career out.
As a
Who
kid,
the
I
fuck
wanted.
gets a job as a marine biologist?
As a kid, I oddly wanted to.
DeWitt's sister.
I wanted to be a marine biologist as a
atmospheric,
kid.
Who didn't? Everybody wanted to be a marine biologist when they were growing up.
But then I
Oh,
realized.
Ryan O'Neill, fucking.
But then I realized
bitter-
I hated animals.
Bitter
Like,
marine
not a good fit.
biologist. bitter dreams not coming true.
I don't think what you did was that bad. I feel like
It's
it's
awful.
sneaky and funny.
I've made peace
You know?
with God about it. I think.
I think the jizz
yeah,
floating
you
around
at least
is
felt bad
disgusting.
and like right afterwards.
I feel
O'Neill to this
bad.
day is like, oh, where's that? Oh,
There were
that
days
chick on the beach.
There were
deserved
days
it.
I'm going to take your tits out
You're
in
you're
front
like-
of people in public that it's my
You're like
God-given
the-
right
You're
to
like
look
the
at
boogie
them.
board accused, dude.
These
I'm like
people were just in a hot tub. They didn't want to come
I'm an
on 'em.
obsessive thinker. Like I think too much. And there,
coming on old people.
There are days where I like will just replay that in my head and just feel so guilt. Like for hours, like I shouldn't have done
should.
it. I'm such a bad person. Like just for hours and hours. So those people actually win in the end because I torture.
One of them
myself
may have
about
gotten
it.
pregnant
I hope.
from that jizz.
No, you learn in health class that jizz dies right when it hits
Too
the
hot.
water.
Too hot. And the chlorine.
chlorine.
No, the heat too. Over 90, 98.
But
Well, you know about the heat.
I do
and
keep
the
I
jizz.
do keep my eye out for kids who look like me. Who are roughly
in Cape Cod.
roughly 11 to 14 years old or whatever.
Oh, ridiculous.
We're all going to be arrested
Yeah,
right after
this
this
is-
hits
we're
the air.
fucking scum.
I'm sorry if any of my family ever hears
I felt
this.
bad because you guys all gave. I guess I'll give an embarrassing one. I fucked my wife in a Hobby Shack parking lot one time, and it was just fucking terrible. Because it's like where kids come to buy remote. And then it's
Was she your
it's
wife
not-
at the time?
No, we
Oh.
were dating.
I was gonna
but
say, like, this
she's
is like a week
we
ago.
fucked in a car, and then like, no, she. I'm always like I like fucking my wife, and we're dating. Like,
I
fucking-
hope so.
Well, this is just pain in the goddamn ass. But like when we're dating, I want to fuck her all the time. But we fucked in a Hobby Shack parking lot, which is bad. And then one time we fucked somewhere. She wanted to fuck like driving up PCH and like basically someone's front fucking yard.
Okay.
And I was so mad. We were in the backseat, like, because if a cop walks up, she could be naked. I could be, or she could have all. I could.
And if
be,
you're like
tied up.
over a certain
you're the
age,
fucking dude. You're the dude.
No, but if you're over a certain age, it's no longer like, all right, move it along.
It's a
like this is a
sexual
sex crime.
offense.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but even if we're equally tried, I would be guilty and more. That would go on my permanent record. Her as a woman, people are like, oh, cool.
She
you're a
would
sex
cry, she
offender.
would cry, and you would just be standing. They'd be like, oh, this
Yeah,
this
I'd be
guy's
going door to
clearly-
door to do the trick or treat of shame, telling people
I
was a
like
fucking
that
sex
though. I always
offender.
like the rush. I fuck.
You like
fucking-
the rush
it
of
fucking-
knocking
I
on people's
can't
doors?
enjoy
and
it.
telling-
No, I pulled over the
fucked in front
side
of
of
a
the road
7-Eleven.
once and fucked on the trunk of a car, and a car drove by.
It seems like since you like cars so much,
What are
a
you
lot of yours are automotive
Well,
well,
related.
no, I fucked on a golf course too.
Wow,
So,
you
I
love-
mean,
All I've got
not
is
just
I've got
cars.
a beach. I've got a random field during the day, in a car. It's
Oh,
all
I got
got.
one last one before we were married. My fucking wife, who I love, was fucking retarded sometimes. She wanted to suck my dick on Christmas Eve at her parents' house on her parents' couch at like 12:00. Like not because
That's
no,
fine.
no, early. No, it's fucking early. Like it wasn't
Oh,
like 3 a.m.
noon?
No. No, I'm saying like between like 11:30 and
Okay.
12:30 at night. Like it's
I'm game for
No,
that.
people are off work. No, the house isn't asleep.
I'm game
her
for that.
mom walks in. My dick is in her mouth.
Oh,
My mother-in-law is like the coolest, nicest
She
fucking
saw it?
lady. fucking, she had to know. She's not like all the dirty. My mother-in-law's
Maybe
very
not,
nice.
maybe not.
Very, she's in her 60s.
know,
she's very kind of.
Did she give a
She's
match?
a square home
I
mom.
won't
She's
say what
like,
I'm
she's like,
saying.
no, she's a home like a
She
house
went,
mom.
make sure you
But-
squeeze the ball
Yeah, she
a
gave you-
little
I was-
bit.
I was gonna ask if she
her
gave
mom-
tips.
Her mom is in her 60s and listens to Jay-Z. Like she's pretty like.
You gotta
pretty funny.
slurp it. They
But,
like the sound.
No, you don't want to talk like, hey, I was just fucking your daughter's
Get
face.
that hair out of the way. He
Men-
wants
on
to see
Christmas.
it.
Did she
Men
pull
are
out
visual.
those boobies so you could look at them? Because you're into big tits. Didn't she say that?
No, I did
Hey,
not.
Dad, maybe this will help
She does
you come.
she does
And
make,
she pulled
my
those big
mother-in-law
tits
does
out.
make that
Men
joke.
are visual. I'll get you a hair tie. Hold on. He needs to see what you're doing to his penis.
Come in here, Roger. Check what's going on.
More eye
Beautiful.
contact. You need a connection.
Did you guys go caroling after that?
No, I was just like, get the fuck away from me. We're going to sleep. I'll fuck you later. I was
Did
really
your mom?
mad.
Did she make like Christmas cookies in front of you and then squirt the frosting out and like stare at you?
Yeah,
And she goes, remember this?
Remind you of anything? Yeah, scumbags.
Oh, I have to pee. So
All right,
bad.
let's wrap it up. We'll wrap up this one and we'll finish. We've got like 3 stories of Ryan's we've mentioned on like 4 different podcasts.
I want to add one.
Hey, that masturbatory story, that was all just fictional. That was a joke.
Oh, you're pulling an O'Neill? I'm fucking O'Neill.
I'm
Hey, by
O'Neilling.
the way, it was all jokes and make them up.
I'll admit, after you told it, it didn't sound as bad as I thought.
I
it
was
would.
real worried.
I
It
was
gonna
worried
be
it would.
awful. Like
that it wouldn't.
there was a Girl Scout troop or something, and you just painted their window real quick as they're
No,
screaming.
it's not like
All right.
I thought,
Hey,
We're gonna open
let
up
me-
next episode. We're gonna leave you on a cliffhanger. We're gonna open with a Steve O'Neill shit story.
Oh, yeah.
that is good.
It's a good one.
All right, real quick to wrap the show up. Remember, we said at the top of the show, if you would like, send us an email at info@doorexplosion.com. And if you're going to a concert or somewhere with a bunch of people, we will send you a free Door Explosion, a free Boner City USA T-shirt that you can wear. And when you do that, take a picture of yourself and send it to us. We'd appreciate
Also,
it.
Dan, if they're gonna take a family photo, and can you send it? A
Wait, they're
T-shirt,
not
so they
taking-
have no. So the guy has a T-shirt.
That's not a bad idea.
family photo,
Okay.
and he's wearing a Boner City
like a
T-shirt.
Christmas?
I'd like to
Yeah,
see
for Christmas.
I'd like to see young
It has to be a
parents.
large
Christmas.
gathering
It won't
of
be Christmas.
families.
It'll be either maybe New Year's. Probably won't
What
be
about
New Year's.
young parents holding a baby would be pretty sweet.
No.
I like that. I think it would be good.
I think the family photo and everyone's in sweaters and nicely dressed
No.
and a bright red Boner City
Okay.
T-shirt.
If you're gonna, okay, I'll recook the fucking thing.
give
for you.
them a CTA.
Fuck off. If you let me, this is for a free T-shirt. You got a free. If you,
Hey, you got to do
email
your
us,
call to
shut
action
the,
voice.
I'm gonna
Do your
turn your
call to
I'm gonna
action.
turn your fucking mic
Oh, you've been mic'd out.
piece of shit.
You're back.
Long story short, if you send us an email at info@doorexplosion.com and you say, hey, I'm going to go to this concert or this, and I'm going to wear your T-shirt there, we will mail you a free T-shirt. Tell us what size T-shirt you are. It's info@doorexplosion.com. If you have a funny idea, you're going to hold a baby or do something like that, then we'll work that out.
Case by case basis.
Yeah, case by case basis, and we'll give away at least 30 free shirts. So we have a pretty small
And
audience at this
send
point.
those pussy pics to
No.
O'Neill the ass kicker.
That's
No.
O'Neill.
I'm gonna turn off
O'Neill.
all your mics. I'm turning all your mics down, you idiots.
What about me?
You're just sit there, you fucking instigator. Anyway, get a free Boner City shirt and check them out on our website. They are really, really fucking cool. And if you want, buy one. That would be rad, but you don't have to at this point if you're going to wear it somewhere crowded and send us a picture.
I think you should buy it, but you can.
Well,
also-
that's the,
That was
that's
probably
the
one of your
Jew and
best
Danish
call to
coming out.
actions I've heard.
You
Dan.
are such a fucking piece of shit. All right,
Hey, how
tune in
about
next time to hear an awesome
moratorium?
story about Ryan O'Neill's dad, Steve O'Neill, taking the funniest, one of the better shit stories I've ever heard.
I have to pee.
And for Boner City USA, this is Dan Bilak with.
Andrew DeWitt.
Hey, everybody, I'm Ryan O'Neill.
The mayor-elect and hopefully reelected, the Danish.
We'll talk to you next time. Thanks.
Boy, yo, 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 yo.